thing is trolling, bro. Now it's popping up. It didn't pop up, so I ended the stream, and then it saved the stream that was up. I don't know. But anyways. A little audio text action. So we're going to finish this episode pretty quick, huh? A little two-parter.
Now it's popping up. Didn't pop up.
Okay. I sound loud as fuck coming through my laptop. Speakers, I don't know what it sound like to y'all. I got 2 lights on in my room. I gotta pick one. We're gonna pick the lamp. Okay. So we're continuing. Turnabout beginnings. The finale, because there's just the trial, and that's it, apparently. And yes, I did look it up. I was curious. Okay, I got plenty of water. Let's drink some water before we really jump in, because I didn't really drink a whole lot of water today. You think I go to the gym for like 2 hours, I'll drink all the water. I'll take like a couple. Go ahead, buddy. Go. The dog's chilling. Come on. Let's go. Hey, Levi. Go. Not really sure what he wants. I just brushed him and fed him, so I don't know. I really don't know. He's kind of just sitting there. Maybe he just want to be on the floor. I ain't gonna stop him. Alright, so we gotta talk to, I believe this is Terry. I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're really good. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, a motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill the policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, still badly in need of information. Information? Right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. Well, we also know this right here. Where's that? Because she's definitely Dahlia. We know that from the first case. My guess is maybe Follis is more like an informant. And he's dumb, so he's probably trying to hide it. But he's an informant. And he's trying to, they were trying to prove that Dahlia did something. But he had to take the fall. So they were supposed to like all meet up there, all 3 of them, I guess, and get her to confess. And she was like, how about I kill her? Because she knows. And then he just takes the blame for it. Maybe that's what it was. But then again, for her to have killed somebody, and it was 5 years, because she must have been 14 when she killed someone, if she's the original killer. Which would be nuts. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Follis, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Almost heard in his voice. Whoops. Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. Interesting. This picture, it reminds me of everything. The bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. It could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years? Huh, sorry buddy, but you sound like one that could fall apart any minute. It's true? I did kidnap her. 5 years ago I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your hold on, girlfriend. She was 14 5 years ago, bro. How old are you? Aw, pack it up, bro. Pack it up. Hey, bro, we throwing you ass under the jail, bro. Your girlfriend? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name? Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister. Okay, it is her sister. What? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go. Shut up. Come closer, and I'll kill her. Sorry. You're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her, betray me, betray us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies, all make-believe kidnapping too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Okay, bro. My teen titan. Alright, bro. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Valerie was in on it. Dahlia's family is rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send to her dad. Ask for $2 billion diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer, cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright? In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoots me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jumped in the river. Jump? I mean, she jumped on purpose, do you? I could do it. I could never, or I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Follis, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years. All I wonder is, why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her? You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes. I forget what she looked like. So I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want her answer come from her mouth. That's all. So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zero Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Follis, where is it? Where's what? Come on. Remember that now? Did he give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in the backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Follows, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. They never found her. Swallowed by river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? She's just 14. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Ain't no man angels these days. Solace takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel or is she really a... It's time, kitten. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Diamond. A $2 million gem used as ransom for Dahlia, lost into the Eagle River 5 years ago. Training rules come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Here we go. Time to lock the fuck in. I think every time something like this happens, a little brief pause, I should drink water. I feel like that should be the strat. So that's what we're gonna do. I think it'd be really cool to have someone on the prosecutor side too. I know the witnesses are cool like them, but like a duo on the other side would be kind of sick, I think. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Follis. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand the defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try and pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. A motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Fate, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think. Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me? May I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? And that's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. Looks like the witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click. Her lights right up. Very well, let's hear what the witness has to say. Is she gonna try to explain how she doesn't have a motive? Is that what's happening right now? I'm a little confused. Okay, Melissa Foster history. I I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't know any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. A kid having a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. And he doesn't remember what anyone looks like, so he has no clue this is Dahlia, like right here. Ain't that some shit? Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. Contradiction time. You know she lied about something. Bow, 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 bow. I was out of the country until the year before last. So, what country were you living in then? Well, we were all living abroad, and after my parents were killed, it was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for more details? I mean, let's go ahead and save in case we lose life for this shit. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are relevant here. What we were here to evaluate is whether the witness has any connection to this case. I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Follis or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you just stated to the official testimony? Yes, Mr. Judge. Actually, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant. You know either person? Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. I don't know about that shit. Oh well. That can't be helped. Why is she just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes. It really was a coincidence. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. That's what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway. I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. Gold digger, dun dun dun. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through here. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to this crime. I don't know what he's barking at. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just gonna let him do his thing now. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly miscellaneous or miscellaneous. I was thinking of miscellaneous, but it's not. It's malicious. Intent. Thank you. She's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you are treading on thin ice here. Hardly said anything. Talks about sensitive. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Okay. Perhaps your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at the time an officer showed her this photo. It seems that like a rather serious mistake. I mean, it is logical. She was a witness to what happened, so of course she, be taken in for questioning. And if she's been taken in for questioning, perhaps they would show her some sort of evidence to try to get more out of her. Catch her in a slip-up or something like that. I could see that. Ha! That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. It's not fair. A wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Okay. A grudge. Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always mentioned that he's innocent of those charges. Seems rather forgetful, your client. I mean, not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. She's right about that. His fault is kind of forgetful. Hell yeah, press harder. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Notice how Edgeworth had like the 3 dots there in his dialogue, almost like he's like, what are you doing, bro? What are you saying? Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fall's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Have added to the testimony. Fuck yeah. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like to add it, like it added to the official testimony. Prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to prove that point. Well, that's not why. Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Okay. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like that, like you said, then you yourself might have been killed. Edgeworth, you're slipping up, my friend. I just realized the scarf right here is blue, not white. And she wasn't wearing a white scarf. Perhaps she was wearing a blue one. Dun dun dun. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Ha! It looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. Mr. Armando. Keep looking around you and you're gonna lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. Kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant's a terrible, horrible monster. You knew about that incident? But weren't you out of the country until the year before last? Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history. You were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right? Yes. You can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me, she's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow, you're just gonna have to get her to show the court her true self. So she messed up right here talking about not wearing a white scarf. Because the scarf is for sure blue. If I can find the statement. Here we go. I should save first, but I think that's what this is. Make sure my audio's good.
So she messed up right here talking about not wearing a,
Okay, we're good, we're good. Did I cook? Witness? I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. You're talking about the scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. Got it now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh. Yeah, how would the detective get that shit wrong? Because she didn't get it wrong. That's an interesting little catch right there. I like that. I actually like that one a lot. That was one of the twists that actually been cool so far. Some of them have been like, yo, you just making this shit up as you go. But that one was a really good one. I like that one. Go ahead, buddy. Go. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. So it's surprising that she mistook it for a white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... Bro, what? Oh, I got it. I had to think about it. Okay. I was like, obviously I can't present the scarf again. That wouldn't make sense. So it's got to be the victim's note then. Because in the note it says wear the white scarf for identification. And the only way she can know about that, why she knew it was white, is because she knew what the victim's note was. Okay. We're lost. Witness? Have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. Just top secret evidence. There's no reason you would have. I wonder about that. Well, what do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fawless' instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear a white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew what the note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for your explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Dahlia Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was Dahlia Hawthorne, because she got brought up and she's deceased, allegedly. Dahlia's younger sis, victim was kidnapped, murdered, fell from bridge, no body found. This person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there. What's this? So who is this person, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be so desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in the crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes. She was kidnapped and killed by Terry Fawless. Fuck that. You said she was killed. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't, Miss Faye. You're not saying... Oh, yes, I am. And I'm gonna drink some water, too. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Ah, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness? Where are you anyway? I'm a goopy guru. I didn't think. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. I skipped the dialogue by accident. I think it would come to this. Okay, cool. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edwards, explain yourself, Your Honor. I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Huh, looks like the kid knew. He knew their identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If you hadn't revealed the secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was their testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see... Why? Why did you hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with this current case. She's merely an accidental witness in a short crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspicious at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye? I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin the client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. Now, how dare you? Please let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years ago, Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecution's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? That is a great question, but I think Dahlia probably just wanted the diamond for herself, but that's kind of nuts to kill her. I think you need a little push to get in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. We prepared to do what? That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose is up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth. How charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? We haven't linked the diamond to this yet. Because they don't know about that. So it can't be that. I'm going to go with the victim's note again. Just because it just brings up Dahlia. Again. And I can't save, so. Okay, we're good. The story starts after Terry Follis escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the whole world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. Terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Follis. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Yeah, she knows it's raps. She knows it's raps. Very well, I'll grant you a request for further testimony. And it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little make-believe? Okay, bro. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Put in the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Is that what it is? Wiles? Wilies? What is that? I want to see how you say that. That's a new word. Let's look it up. Wiles. Clever tricks. I want to hear the pronunciation now.
Wiles.
Okay. As expected.
Wiles.
5 years ago. Let's drink some more water. "5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Wallace. The ransom prize was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Wallace in the arm. After Mr. Wallace tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Okay. Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe that after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edward, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. As you heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Okay. Does that mean I can't press? That's going to be really annoying. I love pressing. Mr. Edward got the jump on me again. If you're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some more. Listen up. We still got that info, that ace of our sleeve. What info? Come on, kidding. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. True. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Fallis told us that in the lobby. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot in here. That's her secret. We gotta catch her slipping. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fallis. Did you and Mr. Fallis have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Fallis? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Fallis came to my house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. She probably came with the kidnapping plan during that time. Okay, so he wasn't a freaked out, geeked out loser. Okay, cool. I should just say pedophile. Anyways, the Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Fallis. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Fallis a clever fellow? The ransom prize was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $25 or $2 million. $2 million. It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edward, Why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever gotten surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man. And Mr. Paula says, he didn't plan that shit. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Because he does whatever she says. Anyway, Valley brought the diamond to the mountain, and after she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Paula in the arm. But why though? Just fucking randomly shot him? That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Follis was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. Goodbye. Hey buddy, want the blanket? There you go. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. That's when Mr. Wallace tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Wallace was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned and tried to run away, but Mr. Wallace turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second. He gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Oh. And in the next instant, I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind, that was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. Okay. And that's why you hid your identity. Let me look at something real quick. Because you're talking about falling off this bridge. If she got pushed off, it's not above the water. You see what I'm saying? But the hole at the back end isn't I don't have like a cursor here. But the hole at the back end of the bridge on the right side is above rocks, not the water. So how could she have been pushed off? You know? Like, and hit the water. Unless, because, now, see, what I was thinking initially when they said she got pushed through, I was thinking, nah, but there's ropes and shit on the side, so you couldn't even go that way. Yeah, so she fell and plunged the way she said she did. That don't make sense. Huh. I didn't even notice that before. I just thought I would check it just to see. Interesting. This whole time I thought she didn't get pushed off into the hole. She got pushed through the side, but I just now noticed that there's actually like stuff blocking her from falling off the side. She would have to go through the hole, but there's no water in that direction. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes. I only told my sister. Elliot Hawthorne, eh? Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness had been deceased for 5 years. I didn't even want something like that to happen to me again. I decided to change my identity and start a new life. And what new identity was Miss Melissa Foster? Or that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. This is the moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about the staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. I just gotta prove that kidnapping was a hoax. So here's the thing right here. I want to see if this will work. I'm gonna have to save it, but I want to see if it'll work. Because she's talking about getting pushed, and this whole time, it's just like there's no way she could have fell in the water. Right? How did she fall in the water? Because if she fell in the... Look, like, the hole is above the rocks. So... I don't know. You said that Mr. Fallis pushed you into the Eagle River? However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fallis. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court to recall the condition of the Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. The bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried out by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. You do understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne. The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Because you wouldn't be alive. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. It's a fair point. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Got your ass. You're right. If the events occurred just as witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Miss Fallis panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edwards' explanation correct? Now that you mention it, do you remember now when I fell off the bridge? My shirt got caught on the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court. Season's phase assault has finally reached its conclusion. Hell nah. Not now, Mia. This is not the time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning when something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Fallis panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. The pictures I was talking about. See? How the fuck is she gonna get pushed off of that? He would literally have to throw her over the top like a Royal Rumble or something. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet from the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He would have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Miss Edgeworth, Miss Wallace has been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Dahlia Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Wallace throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Let's go! Order, order, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is it? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping to the raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness has a much more compelling reason for jumping in the river. Oh? And what it was so important that she would want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. The fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. It's gotta be the diamond. A $2 million diamond used in as a ransom for Dahlia lost. Yep, exactly. I'm gonna guess that maybe it fell and she jumped to get it. After he got shot in the right arm, he probably dropped it. That's my guess. "5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. It can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million she was going to keep all to herself. Or keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Wallace to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order, order, order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. I mean, the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On that day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Wallace, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices in the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Or your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. I said it wrong. Who was that laughing at a time like this? Forgive me. It's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. I have the evidence to back it up. Or you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence. Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted with Mr. Fallis and my sister. And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence of at least, or to at least show that, I'm struggling, bro. Well, Miss Faye, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Faye. Are you stupid or something? Damn. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl's made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you make your own rules? For example, even if there is no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony. On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fallis' stolen car and then went to meet with him. That is her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one right answer. Well, one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to the demon woman's crimes? Where's he at? Here he is. Gotta be him. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a witness. A witness? Yes. We'd like to hear the testimony of Terry Fallis. The defendant? There's only one person who can shed any further light on this situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, in disguise as her. That's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Fallis. Alright, now I gotta read like a Neanderthal, which I was already doing anyway. Here we go. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my last chance, Miss Fallis. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Another episode? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I could have sworn this is the end. Defendant, have you heard everything that's been said up to this point? Yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Fallis, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. You were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Fallis, there's only one question I want to answer. 2 days ago, on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry, Dahlia. It's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you. I should need to say it. You should already know. But there's only one thing that I will say. Her. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Dahlia. He finna sell himself out, bro? Is that what's about to happen? I will allow Mr. Follis to testify once and only once. Well then, Mr. Follis, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Uh-oh. He really finna throw his life away? I'm sorry, I apologize. He got scared of the gavel? He's already done it a few times. Water, please, water. Can't talk, need water. Well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Who Terry Follis saw. Okay. Drink some water. Here we go. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not Dahlia. Mr. Follis, you're covering for her. Do you think she would... That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of this trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Follis? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You can, I think. You think? Uh-oh. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining. Already dark, too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Follis. Eagle Mountain, that spot. Strong memories. Why did he just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here? She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. You're quite early, so you waited on Bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been a blink of an eye. Yeah, true. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. You were watching the car? That bridge. Other side is broken. Nobody can come from there. So I was watching car. What else are you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling, a contradiction. I wonder what's on the other side of that broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came, no car, nothing. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. Oh, wait, hold on. Press. Mr. Follis, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Dahlia or Elliot Hawthorne? I never lie, it's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Sorry, I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. We talked, then she left. Liar. What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Follis. Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could do, or think to do, she said. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with the answer, witness? Dahlia lied. It was my fault. I don't remember. I don't really remember. Maybe I did push her. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. But you just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Why is he still covering? Why? I don't know. I don't get it. How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time. The sun said that day was 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on the mountain at 4:30. Music stopping. Please, Mr. Follis, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman, it wasn't Dahlia. Stop right here, right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means a death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Follis? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Follis? Even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. So one of these is a contradiction. She had to have already been there, because look at this photo. She had to have already been there. He was supposed to be facing the car, right? So she couldn't have came from the other direction because that part of the bridge is broken. So why would he let her meet with her and let her walk past him and then stand in the middle of the bridge? That doesn't make sense. She was already there. Let me save. That doesn't make sense. But obviously, like they said, he's lying, so that's what I gotta prove. Okay. Laptop's about to die. This is it, right? Yeah. Okay. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge? You sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Follis. I'm sure that you're lying. What? Oh? I would love to hear your rationale for this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim in the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Follis, he must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Blah. Mr. Follis? Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go, a special place. Did you go to that special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought me a memento to represent our love. A memento. 5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. That is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ah, so while he was away, she put the body in the trunk, and he never knew. Interesting. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No, indeed. There certainly was enough time for it. Still got a chance. Mr. Fowlis. There's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Fowlis. What's he bleeding from the mouth for? It's enough, please. Did he bite his tongue so he wouldn't tell the truth? Witness, I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. Oh shit! That's how she killed that one dude in the first case. And now he's doing it to himself. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid, couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drink this. No, we are so close, just a little more. I was gonna prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't want trust self. Maybe kill again. Maybe kill Sweet Dahlia. Again. Mr. Fowlis. Mr. Armando, thanks for the coffee. Dang. Dang. He needed something to wash down the poison with. And when he gave him the coffee, he killed. Dang. Dang. That's a crazy way to end this. So my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. Ended with no winners, only losers. Okay, that makes sense why Edward was still unbeaten by the time he faced Phoenix. I know with the wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, true criminal Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando, we were so close to the truth, it was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault? It's all my fault that Mr. Fowlis killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. So she's out or something? That's it, though. Brand new episode has been added. What did it say? The title? I knew it said Bridge to a Turnabout. To the Turnabout, okay. Whew. Oh, man. That took a minute. But we did it. I knew it was going to end after that. But I'm going to guess that this next episode is going to be long as shit. But we'll get through it. See y'all next time. That was only an hour 22? I feel longer than that. Hit a like on the video and have a nice day.